Hello everyone and welcome back. This is Mac with IC Cup TV bringing you another game from the Global Gamers Invitational round of 128, the qualifying round. This match is between DIMAGA, a well-known and very skilled Zerg player, a macro king, and his opponent Stormtemplar, the red Protoss. Unheard of so far, but this is his chance to make a name for himself and unseat a pro from this tournament. Haven't really seen any unseating yet, but there are lots of games and lots of pros left in this qualifying round who were not, didn't quite make it into the Invitational round of 16 at the end. The top 4 from this tournament will move on to that round of 16, seeded against 4 of the pros. Once again, this tournament has been made possible and made consequential thanks to the generosity of its sponsors. That is iFixit, who has provided $2,000, the Handsome Nerd, who supplied lots of t-shirts, and Esports United, who has donated several Intel processors and motherboards. The grand total of the prize pool, I am told, is just over $4,000, so a pretty big tournament with lots of big names and a heck of a lot of players in this round of 128. So enough of me talking about that, let's move on to the game. We have a slight lead in income for the Zerg player, which I find kind of surprising. That's probably because of this forward position being set up by Stormtemplar. He had an early scout, so that takes that probe off the line. This guy's also not working. He is chrono boosting though, so he's not a complete moron. He knows what he is doing. DIMAGA, meanwhile, throwing down a fairly early spawning pool. That was probably a 14 spawning pool and an early extractor, so we might not be seeing a quick expansion from DIMAGA. I wouldn't be surprised at all if he is planning to execute some kind of early roach or zergling push. Often Zerg players will get this quick extractor, pick up 200 gas for speed and lair, and that will be all they get. But we'll have to see what he does with that. Players now equalizing in terms of harvesters, just because DIMAGA is throwing down those early buildings, sacrificing the drones and the resources. And this poor probe took the long way around, is finally going to find his opponent's base. DIMAGA's second overlord now floating to his opponent's front wall. We have 2 gateways and supply block for a few seconds while this zealot is being produced. Stormtemplar now has the advantage, but unfortunately he has opted for this fast expansion, and if there is indeed going to be early zergling pressure coming from DIMAGA, he is in an incredibly bad position right now because he does not have the zealots to wall this gap off, and if zerglings can just do a run by, Stormtemplar will be in an awful lot of trouble this early in the game. There goes that first zealot. He is going to hold one position, but he needs a couple more, and he's going to need them pretty soon. DIMAGA now has that queen out. He does have an army of 6 lings. He's producing another 4, so that will be a total of 10 lings fairly soon. Another 2, so 12 lings. Baneling nest coming down, so banelings and zerglings early on very, very strong against zealots. And if the banelings can take out the zealots, then stalkers and sentries are just delicious for zerglings. Zerglings love playing with sentries and stalkers. And it looks like he's going to move out playing 1 base. His opponent did scout this, so fortunately for Stormtemplar, he is aware of it. If he can hold off this early opening push, he will get an expansion, and could give him a leg up early on. However, he is pressing out with 3 zealots, which I find pretty gutsy. You know, I guess he could hold this ramp if he's fast enough, but he is going to get surrounded. He is outnumbered. He's going to lose these zealots if he doesn't get better positioning. And a 4th zealot coming in a little bit too slow. And reinforcements have arrived, and these zealots are going to get torn up. They did do fairly well, though. They performed not too bad. Almost broke even. But zealots early on just don't do well against zerglings, and yes, there it is. DIMAGA is going to be able to do that run by with ease, and Stormtemplar's early push there, just irresponsible against zerglings. They're going to take out these 2 pylons, shut down the barracks. Exposed gateways in the front are just so easy to harass. That is the risk you run with these early forward positions, and it looks like Stormtemplar are going to have a hard time defeating his pro opponent, as there comes more zerglings streaming in, and there goes those gateways. They are shut down, and now you get to watch these zerglings go play with his opponent's probe line. Stormtemplar calls the GG, recognizes he just can't quite deal with this player. I probably couldn't either. Let's be honest. And yes, the zerglings run out of the probes to play with, and that is the end of that game. So a bit of a slaughter there, but just goes to show that they are pros for a reason. So good quick game. Keep tuning in to this tournament on IC Cup TV. You can check its progress on teamliquid.net, and be sure to check out those sponsors. They made this event possible, and they made it consequential. So keep tuning in, and until next time, have a good one.